Let's talk about something really personal. It's that space every parent finds themselves in, the one between the parent you dream of being and those moments you really, really wish you could just do over. This is all about finding a way to move from that awful feeling of regret to a place of clarity.
So let's start there. In that heavy, quiet moment. You know the one I'm talking about. It's that sinking feeling that just washes over you right after things have gone completely off the rails.
Yeah, it's in that silence, that really loud quiet that hangs in the air after a big argument. The doors are closed, the yelling has stopped, and all that's left is this heavy feeling in the room.
Or maybe it's this moment, the one right after your patience, which you try so hard to guard, just completely snaps. You've been pushed and pushed and pushed, and you just lose it.
And then comes what is, for me anyway, the absolute worst part. It's right after the words fly out of your mouth. The ones you didn't mean, the ones that were way too harsh, the ones you immediately wish you could just snatch right out of the air.
And in that quiet that follows, one single thought just lands, loud and clear in your head. That's not the parent I want to be. It's such a painful, honest thought, and man, does it hit hard.
So why does that thought hurt so much? Well, it's because it shines this giant spotlight on the gap between your good intentions and the messy reality of what just happened. So let's talk for a second about that parent you really do aspire to be. I mean, at your core, your hopes for your kids are so good. You want to build their confidence up, right? Not chip away at it. You want to guide them and discipline them without leaving scars. And probably more than anything, you just want to be that calm, steady person for them. But this is where it gets so tough. You want to stay calm, but then a full-blown meltdown happens in the middle of the grocery store. You want to connect, but then the disrespect hits you right in the gut. You want to be patient, but let's be real. Parenting doesn't have a pause button, especially when you are just running on fumes. So if our intentions are so good, then why do these moments of guilt just keep happening over and over again? Well, it's usually because we're caught in this really frustrating loop, a pattern that feels almost impossible to break out of. Let's break it down. It all starts with a trigger. Maybe your kid talks back or completely ignores you. And then comes step 2. You react. It's that knee-jerk, automatic thing, like yelling. Then, like clockwork, the guilt sets in. And because nothing's really changed, the whole pattern just waits to repeat itself. Okay, so that's the pattern. The big question is, how on earth do we break it? Well, the answer isn't about trying to become some kind of perfect parent overnight. It's about getting the right kind of support, especially when you need it most, right in the heat of the moment. And let's just be super clear about what that support isn't. The very last thing any parent needs is another book telling them all the things they're doing wrong. You don't need more pressure. That just makes the guilt worse. Instead, what if you had something like a coach in your pocket? A library of real-time guidance that you can pull up for the exact situation you're in, right when you're in it. It's not about theory, it's about actual practical help right now. So what does that even look like? It means having the actual words for what to say when you're totally stuck. It means having a simple way to reset your own body when you feel yourself getting angry. It shows you how to go back and repair things with your child after you've messed up. Basically, it gives you the tools you need to respond with intention instead of just reacting on impulse. And listen, this isn't just some nice idea. Thousands of parents are already using these simple, in-the-moment tools to break their own cycles. They're handling these incredibly hard moments in a totally new way. So all of this really comes down to one thing. It comes down to a choice. It's about you consciously deciding that you are going to meet the next hard moment with a totally new intention. You're going to choose clarity instead of regret. Let's just boil it down to its simplest form. You've got your old pattern, you react, and that leads to regret. Then you've got this new path. You learn to pause and respond, and that leads to clarity. It's a huge shift from being tossed around by your emotions to being the calm at the center of the storm. And that really brings us right here. Because, let's be honest with ourselves, the next hard moment is coming. It's not an if, it's a when. That's just part of this whole parenting journey. So the only real question left is the one right here. How are you going to meet it?